There are huge limestone mountains located about 500 kilometers away from the cities of Egypt. These mountains are also called the Valley of the Kings. The interesting thing is that this valley hides countless secrets within it. To uncover these secrets, about 4,500 years ago, when the kings of Egypt died, they were mummified and buried inside pyramids. Inside these pyramids, decorated chambers were prepared, and in these chambers the king along with all his treasure was placed. It was believed that after death, in the afterlife, this treasure would be useful to the king. However, building such massive pyramids required a lot of time and hard work. As time passed, the tradition of building pyramids gradually ended, and limestone mountains were chosen to bury the kings. That is why this place is now called the Valley of the Kings. It is believed that the ancient Egyptian king would prepare his chamber, his golden death mask, and his coffin before his death so that after he died, he could be buried immediately and the chamber sealed. In the past 2 years, 65 tombs have been discovered in this valley. However, most of the chambers found inside the tombs were empty. Experts believe that since everyone knew treasure was hidden in the Valley of the Kings, looters had found and robbed these chambers thousands of years ago. In some chambers, only the king's mummy was left behind. In 1922, British archaeologist Howard Carter was working at his site when he suddenly noticed a step-like structure. Surprisingly, these steps were going inside the mountain. Unable to control his curiosity, Howard Carter started excavation at that spot. As the team kept digging, strong steps began to appear from inside the mountain. It became clear that these steps would lead to a secret place. After digging several feet, an unbelievable sight appeared. In the middle of the mountain, another tomb had been discovered. This was a tomb whose entrance had been sealed 3,000 years ago. Howard Carter was about to witness a scene that no one had seen for 3,000 years. When the stones blocking the entrance were removed and he entered inside, he saw that the chamber was filled with thousands of treasures. It was a sight never seen before. The chamber contained items made of gold, including jewelry, statues, chariots, boards, and linen clothes. Inside, there was another chamber where a mummy rested inside a golden coffin, beautifully preserved. Leaving aside the rest of the treasure, even the mummy's coffin cover alone was made of 19 kilograms of pure gold. The paintings on the walls of the burial chamber still had very bright colors. This discovery astonished archaeologists around the world because this was the first tomb in the Valley of the Kings found untouched by looters. However, this discovery also raised new questions. Whose mummy was inside the tomb? What did the paintings inside the burial chamber signify? And when other tombs in the Valley of the Kings had been looted, how did this tomb escape? These were crucial questions for researchers. When the DNA test of the mummy was conducted, the results shocked everyone. It was revealed that the body belonged to an 18-year-old king. When the DNA was matched with other mummies found in the valley, it was discovered that his father and mother were close blood relatives. The king's name was Tutankhamun. After his father's death, he became king. At the age of 8, and after ruling for about 10 years, he died at the age of 18. Although it was now known whose mummy it was, there was not enough technology at that time to answer other questions related to the discovery. After Howard Carter passed away in 1939, research work slowed down. Years later, with advancements in technology, research resumed to solve the remaining mysteries of Tutankhamun's tomb. Using modern technology, experts analyzed the wall paintings by scanning them into software. When zoomed in, clear brush marks were visible, suggesting that the paintings were made on wet plaster. Since the chamber was built 36 feet inside the mountain and had no ventilation, it is believed the plaster was still wet when painted, possibly because they were short on time. Further DNA analysis revealed a major discovery. Although Tutankhamun was only 18 years old when he died, he suffered from multiple illnesses. His left foot was disabled, his backbone was curved, and he had suffered several attacks of malaria. Doctors believe he may have died suddenly due to malaria. This sudden death may explain why the tomb builders had very little time to complete the burial preparations. Latest medical science also indicates that since his parents were siblings, this close blood relationship likely increased the chances of inherited diseases. As for why Tutankhamun's tomb was not looted like others, when discovered in 1922, its entrance was covered with large piles of stones, unlike other tombs. Drone analysis later showed signs that water once flowed through the mountain. Experts believe that due to earthquakes, rocks fell from the mountains and were carried by water pressure, eventually piling up at the tomb's entrance and completely blocking it. Because of this natural blockage, the tomb remained hidden from looters for thousands.